Welcome back to Cooking with Greg Wong. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while, but we're happy to be back. Today I'm going to show you a couple little recipes. One, beef with snow pea pods, baby bok choy, sauteed with some garlic, a little bit of soy sauce. Very simple dish. General Greg's shrimp. On one of my earlier videos, I do a General Chow's chicken. I'm basically going to do the same thing, but with some jumbo shrimp. So that'll be a really tasty treat as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make a brown sauce for the beef with snow pea pods. I have 2 little cloves of garlic. I'm just going to crush and chop that up and put it into a bowl. We have 2 different kinds of soy sauce. I use a mushroom soy sauce, and then I use my regular flavored soy sauce. And it's 1 to 4 on the soy sauce. The reason I use the mushroom soy sauce is I like to get a nice, really rich, dark color in the dish. Some green onions, and I'm just going to use the head of the green onions just to soak in the sauce. And then we have a piece of ginger root. So I'm going to get busy. The first thing I'm going to do is peel a piece of ginger root. So I'm just going to take a small piece like this. I'm going to set that in the bowl. I'm just going to trim the edges. I'm going to just cut a piece like that. Put that in the sauce bowl. And I'm going to do the same thing with the garlic. Just going to crush that. Actually, with this garlic, I'm going to chop it up a little bit. Just like that. That's all we need. And when we actually get to cooking the dish, I will add some more fresh garlic to that. And we'll just use a couple of these. So first thing I'm going to do is use the front portion of this, big chunks. All right, I'll put that in the bowl. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to add our mushroom soy sauce, regular soy sauce. Just going to add a pinch of this sugar. This is a teaspoon, but I'm just going to use half of that, just a little bit. And now I have some chicken stock here that I've heated up earlier, and we're just going to add 1 ladle spoonful of this. All right. Perfect. All right, we got our sauce ready to go. I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to bring a piece of steak out, show you how I slice that up, and we're going to tenderize that meat a little bit, set that aside, and we'll get into the shrimp. So we'll be right back. So here's our piece of prime steak that we're going to use for the beef with snow pea pods. I got a couple hungry fellows here today. Normally this piece of steak would feed about 3 or 4 people, which fortunately that's how many people we have. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim some of the fat off here. Now what I like to do is make slices against the grain the way this steak was cut. In order to do that, I'm going to have to cut little sections and then turn it up on its side and then do some slices. So that's what I'm going to do with this first. I'm going to cut a piece here. All right. I'm going to cut another piece right here. And another piece right here. Just turn these up on their side like this. Okay. What I'm going to do here is we have just a little bit of baking soda. About 1/8 of a teaspoon. We're going to just sprinkle a little bit on the beef. And then this is just a little bit of cornstarch. Just sprinkle a little bit on there. And then I have some egg, whipped up an egg, and just have a little bit in here. We're just going to put a little bit of that in here. All right. We'll get our hands on in here and mix this up. And then what we're going to do is, I'm just going to pound this steak here. that. Transfer this to another small bowl here that we're going to use when we cook the dish. So this will be all ready to go. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring out some baby bok choy. I'm going to show you how I prep that, and we'll set that aside. And the last thing I'll bring out is the jumbo shrimp. Okay, so we'll be right back. These are the baby bok choy. So what I'm going to do with these is, because they're nice and fat, I want to just half them. Just right in half. Real simple. So that's ready to go. Not too much to do with that. For the shrimp, for the General Greg shrimp, these are the shrimp I'm going to use. You can buy these at the market. They're already split, which makes it very convenient. But what I like to do is open them up just a little bit more. It's already split here, so I just grab the shell here and grab the legs and I pull it back, and then you pinch the tail right here and pull, and it comes right off. So we'll just do these real quick. You used to do these a lot in the restaurant. I probably told this story before, but they would give me 2 50-pound bags of onions, the chefs. And they would say, "You peel the onions." I go, "Okay." Yes, reek of onions, tearing up and all that stuff. And then you'd come back with all the onions and say, "Okay, I'm done. I go wash up and I'll go have something to eat." No. They say, "Come on, we got 20 pounds of shrimp to peel." If you can see, they're not split open a lot. If I split them just a little bit more, probably 1/8 of an inch, when they fry, they open up even more. So that's what I like to do. Basically, you got to take your sharp edge at an angle and just, that's it. So I open it up like that. So we'll just do these. All right, there's your shrimp, all butterflied open. And what I'm gonna do with this is we're gonna put some fresh chopped garlic in a big stainless steel bowl, put the shrimp in there. We're gonna add, again, some of the egg, and then we're gonna put a little bit of cornstarch on there to get a thick, crispy coating on there. So when we fry it, they're gonna be really nice and crispy. We're gonna just use an egg white on there too. So for the beef with snow pea pods here, we have the snow peas. So basically, I devein these as well. So you peel the tip off, and you can see that stringer comes off, and then you peel this one back. So you take the head and the tail, or the tail and the head. Stick around, we'll be right back, and we'll bring in the EZ-Wok cart, and we'll set up all the ingredients that we prepped, and I'll show you how we cook it up. All right, is everybody rolling? Is that one rolling over there now? Okay. So, all right, so welcome back here. We've got our foods prepped here. This is just, I'm gonna fry some shrimp, and we're gonna use this net. We're actually gonna double fry the shrimp, and I'll set it out here. But I'm gonna try to produce these 3 dishes so that we can eat them all hot, okay? Here we have the sliced beef. We have that shrimp, some romaine lettuce. I'm gonna plate the fried shrimp, and then we're gonna make the General Chow sauce, and I'm doing it a little differently. Normally I would toss the shrimp in the sauce, but this time I thought I would take my ladle and spoon the sauce on top of the shrimp. Beef with snow pea pods, here are snow pea pods. I'm gonna add a couple of the straw mushrooms too, because I love straw mushrooms. And the girls aren't here who don't like mushrooms, but the guys are here and they'll eat anything. I don't know why I did that. Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Dara in Ireland. Right? Was it Ireland? Yeah, we sent one out to Ireland. And for all of you EZ-Wokers out there, I hope you're enjoying the experience with this tool. I have a lot of fun with it. Folks love to eat the food coming off of it, and that's why I brought them in, so I can get you all outfitted with this tool. Okay, so this oil is nice and hot. So I'm gonna start dropping some shrimp in here. Now with the raw garlic on here, you don't want to fry these too long in the oil. because the garlic will burn and you'll get a bitter flavor. Dial the temperature down a little bit. That's it. That's it. That's cooked. We're going to double fry that a little bit. It's going to get a little bit more golden brown. But for now, what we're going to do is just going to set this aside on this strainer. And we'll set these right here. Now the oil is hot enough. What I'm going to do is flash fry this beef. And this will happen pretty quick too. And the oil, what it does is it grabs a hold of the beef, it sears the outside, and then it's the heat of the oil that cooks the meat. We'll throw those snow peas on, and then we'll just put a couple of these straw mushrooms in there and heat those babies up. Okay, and that's cooked already. So we're gonna just take this out. And shake out some of that residual oil. Set this right here, and I'm going to take my oil and funnel it. All right, dial that temperature down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just take a little bit of fresh garlic. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this fresh oil, just a little bit more of that. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of our sauce, and now we can dial up that temperature. Add a little bit more of that sauce. We're going to put a little bit of oyster sauce. Now what I like to do is bring it to a boil here. We're going to just thicken it up with the slurry. You can see that thicken up like that. Clean the ladle off. We'll add the beef and snow peas. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this oil again. And we're going to lace the edge, and that'll help to keep it from burning. Crank that heat up. And we're just going to add a couple drops of the sesame oil. That's it. And then we'll plate it. All right. Okay, now we're going to bring up the Bok Choy. We're simply going to blanch those really quick. Bring this water up to a real hot temperature. All right, that's just about boiled. That's going to be hot enough. We don't want to overcook them. All right, just enough to tenderize them a little bit. All right, we'll take that out. Just set this. That's it. Now what we'll do is dry this wok out. Add some of this oil in here. Take out some of that residual oil in there. We don't need a whole lot. Just want to lube the pan, right? We'll go with some fresh chopped garlic. Put a little bit of oyster sauce in here. And then a little bit of soy sauce. Pinch chicken stock. that's that. What I'm going to do is just plate these like this. Okay. Okay, that's that. What I'm going to do is just put a drop of sesame oil on those. That's it. I'm going to add some of this broth onto there. That's that. We'll dry our wok out again. All right, so now we're gonna double fry those shrimp. So I'm gonna add this oil back into the wok. Bring that back up to a frying temperature. And then we're gonna get our little wok ready. All right, we're gonna just dump these shrimp back in here. Crispy fry them again. And we'll dial that temperature down. Let these set right in there. Just a minute. Get rid of our oil. Now we're just going to assemble our sauce for the shrimp. Take a little bit of this oil. Low fire. Add some fresh garlic. Add a little bit of the oyster sauce. And we're going to spice it up a little bit with this chili paste. A teaspoon of that. We're going to add this sauce. A little bit of that slurry. Just like that. Turn the heat off a minute. What we'll do is we're going to plate this shrimp. Okay. Just like that. Let's set this back here. That's it. We're just going to take this sauce. I'm going to put it right on here. Just cover that shrimp. All right. Put a few pieces of green onions on top of that. Here we go. We got the General Greg shrimp. We got some sauteed bok choy and some beef with snow pea pods. So now we're gonna sit down and enjoy this meal. So I hope you enjoyed coming back to Cooking with Greg Wong, and you got a couple more recipes to try. Thanks for coming.